Here's one truth. Leadership is demanding. Whether you're guiding a church or running a business or managing a team, the weight of responsibility can feel overwhelming. But what I found is leadership isn't just about making the right strategic decisions. It's about becoming the kind of person who can sustain the journey. And I've learned this the hard way. As an entrepreneur, I've spent 25 years leading teams and building organizations and navigating seasons both of rapid growth and deep struggle. And over time, I've realized that the strongest leaders, they aren't just the most skilled. They're the ones who intentionally invest in their own development. And so today, I want to share 8 key habits that have helped me shape my leadership journey. And my hope is they can help you grow as a leader too. Hey, Tyler Smith here, co-founder and CEO of Texan Church. And look, leading a church is no small task. It demands vision and dedication and the ability to inspire and manage a vibrant community. And that's why I'm sharing some essential leadership skills that every church leader and communicator needs. So from strategic planning to inspiring your team, my tips, my strategies, they're tailored to help you lead with confidence and to make an impact. And you'll be equipped to guide your church effectively, making every connection with your guests and your members feel meaningful and transformative. So habit number 1 is to start your day with prayer and reflection. Look, before the whirlwinds of meetings and emails and decisions begin, I take time to pause. I found that just starting each day with prayer and reflection, it's not just a spiritual discipline for me, it's actually a leadership strategy. Because what I found is without the space to slow down, to seek wisdom, to get centered, I become reactive rather than intentional. And so it's too easy to jump straight into the noise without anchoring myself first. And my second habit is clarity comes when we give ourselves time to think. Look, that's why setting goals at the start of each week has been a game changer for me. There was a time when I would look at a massive project and I would honestly feel paralyzed by its size. But I've learned that the key to making progress isn't tackling everything at once. It's about breaking it down into the manageable pieces. Big visions, they don't happen overnight. And what I see happening is the leaders who accomplish the most, they're the ones who can take that big goal and they turn it into small daily wins. And habit 3 is commit to lifelong learning. Look, growth does not happen in isolation. And I believe that the best leaders are lifelong learners. We live in a world where knowledge is available at our fingertips. We have podcasts and books and courses and conversations with people who are just a few steps ahead of us every single day. So here's a really tactical one. I actually never get into a car without putting on an audiobook or a podcast. Zig Ziglar, back in the day, he called it Automobile University. And I've taken that advice to heart. So every day since I was probably 18 or 19, every drive is an opportunity to absorb wisdom from someone who's already faced the same challenges that I'm navigating today. And habit number 4 is to prioritize physical health. Look, leadership isn't just mental, it's physical. And I used to think that exercise was something you do when you had extra time. But now I've come to realize that staying physically strong, it helps me lead well. Because look, leadership is a high performance role. You can't be at your best when you're running on empty. And so for me, my goal is simple. I get in 10,000 steps every single day. Whether it's a workout, a walk, or just making movement a priority, I've learned that energy fuels impact. And the 5th habit for me is learn the discipline of rest. And yet with all of the hustle and the forward momentum, one of the hardest things that I've had to learn how to do is to rest. It doesn't come natural to me. I tend to just push hard, to keep moving, to convince myself that I can power through. But here's what I've learned, and I've learned it the hard way. Burnout, it's not a badge of honor. It's a sign of misalignment. Rest, it isn't laziness, it's fuel for longevity. And whether that means getting enough sleep or taking a break from screens or just creating space for my mind to breathe. And I've come to realize that the best leaders, they don't just work hard, they recover well. And then there's gratitude. And that's my 6th habit. Practice gratitude daily. Look, church leaders often practice this well, but in the business world, I see a lot of leaders skipping over it. And the truth is, gratitude isn't just a nice feeling. It's a powerful tool. So when I take time to acknowledge what's going well, It shifts my mindset from scarcity to abundance. And when I intentionally express gratitude to the people around me, it strengthens my team, my relationships, and my own sense of purpose. And so habit number 7 is to surround yourself with the right people. Look, leadership is a team sport. None of this happens alone. Every great leader that I know, they have mentors, they have coaches, and they have a community of people who challenge them to grow, to be their best. And so I can point to specific people in my life who have guided me through tough seasons. They've called out my blind spots. They've given me the push that I needed to step into the next level of leadership. And the most successful leaders that I know, they don't just build their own wisdom. They surround themselves with people who make them better. And that leads to habit number 8, commit to growth. And I mean every single day. Leadership is not about having all the answers. It's about growing into the kind of person who can navigate the unknown journey ahead. And here's what I've come to realize. We don't have to be perfect in all of these habits overnight. And I'm sure there's many more that you might add. But you can start with 1 or 2, and you can build from there. Because the investment that you make in your personal growth today, it will multiply your leadership impact in ways that you can't yet see. And so if you're looking for other simple ways to grow and to strengthen your leadership, then let's connect. If you're building a thriving, connected church, I'd love to share our free resources on guest follow-up or a simple way to engage and retain your new visitors. Because at the end of the day, great leadership starts with a commitment to growth, both in ourselves and in the people we serve.